Jake says, do you think there's a chance that the Wyatt Six will get involved with John Cena during this return tour, considering the past with Bray and the Funhouse match, etc.? I think it's an excellent question, and I do think there's a chance. I actually think they will help John. I think that they are all about going after people that have wronged their family and all that sort of stuff. I feel like the Wyatt Six are faces. John Cena is going to be a face in 2025. Who's going to want to boo John Cena in 2025 in his last year? No one. So I think John's going to be a face. I think the Wyatt Six are faces. And actually, you're right. I think there is a lot of history between John and Bray, and I would like to think that that history sort of got resolved with whatever the Funhouse match was, whatever that fever dream thing was that we got at WrestleMania 36. I would like to think that that put it all to bed. Any issues or anything are done, resolved, sorted. There's not a reason for the Wyatt Six to go after John. There's not a reason for them to attack him. Just because he had like some run-ins with Bray, I feel like those run-ins got resolved. So for me, I actually really like the idea of John finding himself in some hot water, finding himself in some bother where, I don't know, perhaps he runs into Solo and all of a sudden you got Jacob, you got Tama, you got Tonga. Cena's going to need some support. And there's plenty of people you can turn to in that situation, but imagine the lights go out and imagine the Wyatt Six come to John Cena's aid and they back him up. And we actually get Cena working with the Six just for a one-off match, not for any kind of program. Just, you know, we do a match or something like that. Or maybe not even that. Perhaps it's just that moment and it just builds to Solo versus Cena or Jacob versus Cena. But it's just on the road to that, you know. I certainly wouldn't be doing any major programs with Cena because I think that we've only got him for like 30 dates, I think it is. And some of those, I'm guessing, will be promos. So how many matches he's going to have, don't know. 15? 20? Will it even be that many? And will some of them be at house shows? Don't know. So I think whenever you get Cena next year or this year, it's going to matter every time you see him. You're not going to see him every single week. You're not going to see him every single week. He's going to work. I mean, his focus is this, but I'm not expecting to see him every week. There will be weeks where you don't see him. And as we said, there'll be some promos and whatever. So I think there might have to be just the odd segment like that you kind of get an interaction with him in the Wyatt Six, more so than him facing Howdy or anything like that. I can't see that happening. I don't think there's a need for that to happen. I don't see where the story is for that to happen. So, and I don't need it, to be honest. I don't really need it, but I am totally down for them backing him up and having that moment. I think that would be really cool. So, yeah, good question. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out, but not impossible that we don't get something between the Wyatt Six and John Cena. So, Jake